And then I went to work in the foundry before I went in for about 3 months before I went in the Navy. I realized that wasn't where I wanted to spend my time. And then I went in the Navy, and when I came out of the Navy, then I worked for Neuter Corporation in St. Louis.
What did you do there?
I was a press operator. It was a steel plate fabricating company. And they made out of all kind of exotic steels and everything they made. Made a lot of things for the brewery, the oil industry, the chemical industry. We made a lot of their containers that they use there.
Is that where you retired from?
Yes, I started there in 1964 and I retired in 2000 from there.
How did you enjoy your retirement? Are you enjoying it?
The biggest part of that to get adjusted to is to really make myself believe I was retired. And from then on, I've enjoyed it. Yes, I do. It was a 401 in the Navy. It was a 1947 Ford Coupe. It wasn't much of a Corvette. It was. I thought it was.
Do you remember how much a tank of gas cost back then?
Probably less than 20 cents a gallon. They had a lot of gas wars in that time, and it was always going down with it, so it was cheap. I know where the family done their grocery shopping. We didn't have large grocery stores at that time. And over by the Bunsen school, there was a store, a mom and pop store. It was named Sibes. And my mother would call up every Saturday morning, the order, and then they would deliver that to us. And that was the grocery store my grandma and grandpa went to. And when they lived in French Village, Sibes would take a wagon out there and pick the orders up and go back, fill the order, and then take it back out to them. So we kept it as a family grocery store until they went out of business. And then he was starting to get a few stores downtown, like Tri-City and Kroger. They opened on the corner of High Street there. They opened stores, and that's where my mom and dad went to shop in. As I got older, I bought all my clothing at Small's clothing store in Belleville, and I stayed with them until they went out of business. But Belleville at that time had quite a few clothing stores in there, but I just got to go into Small's and stayed there with them. We never did eat in the restaurants in Belleville. They didn't have many of them at that time. Like your fast foods you got now, they didn't have. I think one time we went to a restaurant, I think it was on West Main Street on the south side of it, about the second block, and it was called the Bismarck Calf. And I can remember when we was little, we went in there for my mom and dad's wedding anniversary, just me and the brothers and sisters. That's the only place I remember eating out. We pretty well ate whatever, when my mom baked us something sweet, we pretty well enjoyed it. We didn't get much sweet, so anything sweet I enjoyed.
You have a favorite ice cream?
No, if it was ice cream, it was good. I didn't read any books per se, but every time I had a project, this is where I came to the library to get everything that they had on it to study. When I raised pigeons, I came here and got every book you had on pigeons. And when I started working on cars, I come here and got the car books so I could understand them a little bit. Mostly I enjoyed listening to music when I was growing up, but I didn't have any that I particularly cared for. I just liked all of it. And I still do today. Well, maybe when I was growing up, one that was pretty popular was when they came out with the House of Wax with that one actor that was in there. Right now, I can't call his name, but he was a horror actor, and he was taking these bodies and covering them with wax and everything. It was kind of scary is what it was. I kind of like the fall. I like when the foliage all turns. I think it's rather beautiful. I would say both Thanksgiving and Christmas, because I get together with my two daughters and their families, and we have a big Christmas dinner and Thanksgiving dinner together. Red Lobster. I like seafood. That carries over from when I was in the Navy and Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. I would think probably blue when I got married. And then the next two was when my two daughters were born. Probably I was a decent, honest person. Had good values.